Hello, now we'll see about CSS selectors. In order to select elements, we use different types of selectors. We'll see about one of them, CSS name selector. So, as we see here, we have a basic structure of CSS name selector, and here we put style tag inside of the header. So let's have some elements. So first paragraph. So in order to select elements using a name selector, we use internal style sheet. So we apply style tag inside the head element. So we use P as it indicates the element name paragraph. Then we put curly brace. Then inside that we will put properties. For example, font size property of 40 pixels. And we can also put background color property of black. We can make the background color of black and the text color by simply putting color to white. So if we now open text, the file, we see that the elements have a background color of black and a text color of white. So here we use a name selector. Name selectors is to select element names. So for example, we can add heading elements. So we have heading elements, then these heading elements have a content of, for example, using name selector. So in order to select the H1 element, we can put H1. That's the element name. Then we can put properties. So font size of 32 pixels and the color of the text color is blue. We can mix that. So if we refresh now, we get blue color, which have a heading 1 element. So that's how we select by using CSS name selector. Thank you. So when we want to apply a style sheet for single element, we use ID selector. As we see here, we have a basic setup, and we'll see how we use ID selector. So let's have two paragraphs, paragraph element, then having ID attribute of paragraph 1, and the text is this is and we have another paragraph is ID of para 2. So here we have paragraph elements, and if we save and open the file, as we see there is no style sheet applied. So let's apply some style sheets. So in the styles, the head element, since we are using only one page, we use style tag. Then in order to select the paragraph 1 we use the hash sign, then without space we use the ID attribute name value para1, then we give curly braces. Inside that we can apply property value pairs. So for example here we have color of blue, font size of 12 pixel, and if we refresh now the page, so for the first paragraph element only the font size and the color is changed. Let's apply for the second paragraph. In order to apply for the second paragraph we use hash, then ID name para2, then we can apply color of blue or brown, then we can apply font size of 40 pixel. So we'll see the difference. So as you see, for each single element we can apply a style sheet by using the ID selector. We can apply it for different elements. For example, here I have also heading elements. We have heading 1 elements, and we can have ID of title, for example. So we make the title using ID attributes. So in order to apply the value, we can use hash, then the ID name, title, then values. So font size of 40 pixel, and background color of aqua, so if we see the heading element with background of aqua and font size of 40 pixel. So this is how we apply ID attributes for different types of HTML elements. When we want to apply some style sheet for group of elements, we use CSS class selector. So let's see how we do it. So here we have elements, for example, H1 elements having the first group heading, and we may have a paragraph, for example, the first group paragraph. We may also have another group, for example, H1 with H1 elements. Let's remove one. Then the second group heading and a paragraph element of the second group paragraph. So let's add a class attribute for each one. Class is equal to group 1, class is equal to group 1. We make it group 2. We make it group 2. So in order to apply behaviors for each group, we use internal CSS by using style tag inside the head element. So we put those to indicate that we are using class selector, then class name, group 1. Then inside this we can apply properties, for example, text, align or center, and color of red for group 1. The second group is dots, group 2. Then we can apply text line, left, and color of blue. So let's save and let's see what it looks like in the browser. So when we open this, we get the first group is centered and red, the color is red, and the second group is blue and it is left aligned. So here it is. So the first group is the text is centered and the color is red. The second group is left aligned and the color is blue. So we can make, for example, right for the first group, and when we refresh it, we'll get the text here. So that's how we apply class selectors for group of elements. It is universal CSS selector. Universal CSS selector is used to apply CSS behavior for all elements inside a web page. So if you want to apply those behaviors, you use universal selectors. Let's see how to apply those selectors. For example, let's have some paragraph elements. Paragraph element, and this is paragraph 1, and let's have another paragraph element. This is paragraph 2, and let's add some heading elements. H1 element. This is universal selector. So let's see what it looks like on the browser. When you open it, as you see, all files without CSS. And if you look closely, you get some space on the left side of the paragraph and headings. So in this case, we want to apply a margin left of 0, which means margins should be 0 for each side. So in order to apply that, we use most of the time universal selectors. So in order to apply those, we use a universal selector inside the style tag. So we use style tag inside page, then we use asterisk, which indicates that all HTML elements having, we give them a margin of, margin means space outside of the elements, so margin of 0 pixel. So if we refresh the page now, we see that the margin is gone, the space is gone. So universal selectors are used to apply most of the time for removing margins, the default margins, and we can also apply to give a common CSS property for all elements. For example, if we make text color of gray, for example, for all elements, we can put that. So the text becomes gray on all paragraph elements. This section will say about grouping selector elements. So let's see. Let's have some H1 elements. And let's have paragraph elements. So in order to apply style, we inside the head element we use style tag. Then inside that we can have, for example, H1, and we can have a properties such as text align to center and a color of red. In order to apply it for H2, the same behavior, we can use text align center, then color of red. In order to apply it for the paragraph, the same property, you can use text align center, then color of red. And if we save and see the value, so we get these kind of things. But as you see here, the property is for all three elements is similar. In that case, using this way is not a good practice. So in order to reduce the number of lines or number of CSS codes, we use grouping of CSS elements. So the thing is, we can remove all these elements and we can apply here by simply putting comma, then h2 for h2 element, and we can use it for the same way paragraph elements. So by using this element, simply we can have the similar effect as the previous one. So grouping is simply selecting elements and separating them by using the help of comma. Then we apply the declaration part. So we have the same effect as the previous one. Thank you.